Sprinkle in front. Stunning Seed takes it strong to the cup.
Offensive volley here in the inside. Stanley Bridges.
Oh, nice pirouette off the glass, off the crossover.
What a block from Jared in the middle and goal.
Oh, big block. To work with. Gets the basket. Big basket. Boom.
Sa kabagot. Forward ahead to RR. Bang! Bang!
Sumikat na ang araw para sa Kia Picanto for the first time in 8 months. Nakatakim na muli ng panalo at pagkakataon ngayon na makusungkit ng isa pa. Sa kabila naman para sa Meralco Balls, hinahanap pa nila ang susi para mapigilan ang kanilang 3-game losing streak. Babago na ba ang Bolts o tuloy-tuloy lang ang Kia Picanto? Alamin natin because this is the race out of the bottom dito po sa inyong PBA Philippine Cup live on ESPN5. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, you've got Chuck Araneta, kasama si Dominic Uy with Miss Apple David roaming the sidelines. And Dom, he said this at the top of the broadcast, this is almost 8 months in the making, but now it looks like Kia can get back to the business of winning games.
Well, napakagandang pakiramdam para dito sa Kia na nanalo na sila. They finally got that monkey off their shoulders after 16 long losses.
A lot of
diba?
losses.
Ang hirap niyan kasi tuloy-tuloy ka lang nag-iinsayo, talo ng talo, and finally, they won. And for this conference, Kia is actually 1-4. So 4 straight losses din, nanalo na sila in their last game against itong Rain or Shine. Itong Meralco naman, 3 dikit-dikit na talo. Ayaw din yan. Masama ang kanilang panimula sa kanilang last 3 games. And that's why they haven't won the last 3 games. So let's see kung naayos na nila ang kanilang problema.
Well, silipin natin ngayon ang status ng Kia Picanto. Dom, you know, this was a close game down the stretch against the Rain or Shine and Last Painters, and a lot of people thought na, nako, ito na naman ang Kia, bibigay na naman sa dulo, but they really showed a lot of pride. Lumaban sila. Ginamitan nila ng konting diskarte, especially ni Marky, to pull out that victory. But Coach Ricky Dandan nakasungkit na ng isang panalo sa kanyang head coach career dito sa PBA.
What I like about Coach Ricky is hindi siya nawalan ng loob, diba? They were coming off really blowout losses,
yes,
but they still prepared hard. You see him scouting around here. So maganda nandun yung work ethic na pinangungunahan ni Coach Ricky. And you can see it translating into the players, guys like Rashawn McCarthy, guys like Marky. These guys were older, some are younger. You know, a lot of the guys in Kia, bata pa, kulang pa sa experience. Coach Ricky, he's a first-time PBA head coach, but he's been in the PBA as an assistant. So he brings a lot to the table.
Para masilip natin ang kalagayan ng Kia Picanto heading into this game, we'll turn it over right now to Miss Apple David.
Chuck, nabanggit nyo na, winning after 8 months, ending a 16-game losing streak. You can just imagine yung sarap sa pakiramdam at yung parang nabunutan ng tinik sa dibdib itong Kia Picanto. Ang feeling nga daw is parang nag-champion. Sabi ng kanilang veteran na si Ronald Tube to their teammates is that ngayon, no, ang sarap manalo. And now that you know that, we have bonus, day off from practice, family day. Ang kailangan nyo lang gawin para maulit yan is remember how we played last game kung saan we made sacrifices, played as a team, at yung kagustuhan manalo, hindi lang yung maglalaro. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Miss Apple David, with Jared Dillinger playing a cameo role also behind the scenes.
Ayaw na rin matalo.
Mamaya yung Meralco
Hindi
part
narinig
ng
niya yung
report
tatlong
natin,
sinabi
JD.
ni Apple eh. Bonus,
Yun.
day off sa ensayo, family day. Ganun talaga pag nanalo ka.
Oo, matamis talaga, especially for Marky. Tulad nga na sinabi ni Apple, it's been a while since he was able to sit in that player of the game chair. But alam mo itong si Marky, sinabi niya talaga na yung mga veterano sa kupunan, kailangan talaga nila maging halimbawa, example for the younger players, and he really stepped up, lalo na in the clutch when he had that crucial jump ball situation against Cape Norwood.
He is our co-best player in that ball game. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 6 out of 7 from the field, and very efficient itong si Marky. At yun nga, dun sa dulo, nung kinakailangan ng veteran smarts, he was able to deliver para dito sa Kia Picanto, and that's able to deliver them their first win. You want a guy like this who works hard, who's a veteran, and has things to be able to lead the younger guys, and hopefully they will learn quicker than later.
And of course, really, the key moment there was that jump ball against si Gabe Norwood na nagawa niya ng paraan to get it over the more athletic Norwood. That led to the Glenn Cobentin layup. Ngayon naman, silipin natin yung Meralco Bolts. Isang team that has had their struggles in the Philippine Cup. Yung mga inaasahan nilang manalaro, the likes of Paseramer played well against DNT, but it was this guy, Chris Newsom, the Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, na medyo nahirapan siya kontra sa depensa ng TNT Katropa.
And I really like the headline, stuck in neutral, because I feel really Chris Newsom, naka-start yung engine niya. Pero hindi nalalagay into gear to be able to be, when I say put it into gear, that means you're aggressive, you're taking a lot more shots, you're taking things in your control. I feel Chris Newsom bit passive the past few games. I'm sure the coaching staff has spoken to him and has told him that, hey guy, you need to be able to be aggressive, take those shots because we need you to score, especially if Cliff Hodge is not there.
Well, Cliff Hodge status is still unclear, no? But Chris Newsom, tulad nga ng sinabi ni Dom, will also have to match the production ng kanyang backcourt teammate na si The Hammer Baser Amer. You know, Baser Amer has been consistent para sa kanyang kupa ng this conference, Dom. He's been putting up numbers, of course, as of late. But the thing is, hindi pwedeng buhatin ni Baser Amer mag-isa as the lead point guard of the Meralco Bolts. He's also going to need some help from his teammates.
When they were successful in the past few conferences, yes, they had an import, but they also had consistent play from Cliff Hodge and Baser Amer. And they need that. They need that consistently to be able to have a good chance of winning every ball game. That's what you like about Baser ever since Jimmy Alapag gave him or handed over the reins to him. He's been more than fantastic for the Meralco Bolts. You like that he plays beautiful music for the Bolts, but others need to be able to help and sing the same tune.
Well, handa na nga si Baser Amer tsaka si Chris Newsom sumabak sa gera kontra sa Kia. Pero ang tanong para sa Meralco, handa na rin ba si Cliff Hodge? Meron tayong update dyan. Panoorin natin ito.
It sucks, you know, we always want to get off to a good start, but obviously we got a few guys hurt, me included. And it actually sucks for me more because I'm just watching and I can't do anything to help the team. I know that we need to get some wins, and if we don't, we're not going to be able to make the playoffs. So I'd rather just force myself to try and play now and see if we can get a few wins to solidify our playoffs. Honestly, I probably like 40%, 45%, but I mean, I'm just going to go out there and just try my best and help the team. So.
2 to 3 weeks pa dapat bago maglaro itong si Cliff Hodge, but he felt like there's not much time left, so hindi na rin niya matiis watching from the sideline, thinking of the what if. So he is gonna play today and ibibigay ito. Anong maibibigay niya sa Meralco? Hoping it sparks something. Back to that.
Thank you so much, Apple. And you know, just to add to that report, nakasalubong ko si Coach Luigi Trillo, assistant coach, and sabi niya, Cliff Hodge is gonna give it a go, pero sila mismo ang kailangan mag-monitor na kanyang minuto kasi alam nila pag nasa loob si Hodge, he's gonna go 100%, and he might not be ready yet for that kind of contact.
You know, you've never seen Cliff Hodge in just first gear. He's always in high gear.
Yes.
And tama ka. Tama rin si Coach Luigi na they'll be the ones who have to monitor his minutes and what he's doing on the court.
So these are the 5 on the floor for the orange men ng Meralco Bolts. They've got Baser Amer, Chris Newsom, that'll be manning the backcourt. And of course, KJ Canaleta, Jared Dillinger, and Reynel Hugnatan, the veteran, will be starting this ball game. Obviously, a lot of firepower dito sa lineup ng Meralco, Dom, but it's really been the front court production. Dun talaga nang kukulang ang Meralco because nga wala pa si Ryan Del Ocampo, wala pa si Cliff Hodge.
You look at the front court of Meralco, compared to the other teams, obviously it's not that big, not that strong or as strong as the others. But you have a solid backcourt. That's what you want to rely on. And even the small forwards are solid for Meralco. They need to find ways. You know, yun ang pinakamalaking challenge sa isang koponan. Kapag nagkakaroon ka ng injuries, who will step up? How long will it take? How do you play? How do you react?
Kabila naman para sa Kia Picanto. You know, they've got a mix of youngsters and veterans sa kanilang starting lineup, of course, with Marky and Ronald Tubid. You will have players na maasahan mo, lalo na to make right decisions. But it's been the exciting play of Rashawn McCarthy that has given a lot of encouragement dito kay Coach Dandan pa at saka yung kanyang manalaros. Rashawn McCarthy is learning how to be more consistent sa kanyang production dito sa PBA. We are set to tip off. Once again, happy to have you with us dito pa sa Philippine Cup. Ngayon, this quarter is brought to you by Cobra. Simula na ang labanan ng tunay na lakas.
You know, I'm interested to see anong klaseng kumpiyansa ipapakita ng Kia in today's ball game. You know, after that big win, you always want to see them to be able to feed off and make that a jumping point for the next game.
You have to imagine a 16-game losing streak. What kind of pressure that must put on you? And sa kabila naman, once it's gone, siguro kung gano'ng kasarap na hindi mo na kailangan isipin yan. Kasi sabi nga nila Eric Camson na he wasn't able to sleep at night. They weren't able to sleep thinking about how to stop this losing streak.
Well, now that they know the effort that's needed, what the challenge is now to be able to continue that.
Right. Speaking of Eric Camson, as many might know, he will not be available to play for the Kia Picanto at malalaman natin kung bakit as we go along in this game. After that miss by Marquis, nagmamadali ang Meralco Bolts. Paseramer, thought about the three, will penetrate, goes to the Euro step, kick out pass to KG. Analeta gets that sweet kiss off the glass. Unang 2 puntos mula sa Picanto. Comes from, rather from Meralco, comes from KG Canaleta.
Well, Prince Caparal still, we have to see what he's made of. You know, hasn't really had too many big games yet in the PBA.
It's actually an interesting matchup because both squads don't really have, you know, a dominating big man. No? So we can expect maybe a lot of perimeter play in this game.
Oh, definitely. These guys know how to dribble. They know how to create for their teammates. A lot of three-point shots. Actually, itong Meralco, the best three-point shooting team in the league so far.
It's a miss there from Jared Dillinger in the left corner court. Kia has yet to score in this ball game. Naghahanap pa rin ng puntos. Caperal kontra sa veteranong si Reynel Hugnatan. Caperal, spin. Turnover na naman. Tapik ng Meralco. Paseramer. Dillinger. Chris Newsom measures that jumper. And Chris Newsom continues so far with his first shot, yung kanyang struggles from the field.
You know what? Itong Meralco in that previous game, talagang itong TNT dictated the tempo. And Kia, when they won in their previous game, what happened was they really outworked their opponents. They outworked Rain or Shine. That effort was there. They were able to get down every time Rain or Shine would try to go for that fast break.
Tulad nga na sinabi mo, the games that they were closest in was versus NLEX and versus Rain or Shine. So it seems like pagtakbuhan talaga yung laro as Rashawn McCarthy gets that end one to drop. Mas palaban itong Kia Picanto.
Well, you need to be able to, dapat makipagsabayan ka dun sa bilis, dun sa takbuhan. And Rashawn McCarthy, I like how he was aggressive here, getting the contact, getting the 2 points, and the foul.
The second-year man of the Kia Picanto, Rashawn McCarthy. Meron siyang naiambag na 14 points and 3 rebounds and 4 assists kontra sa Rain or Shine sa kanilang pagkapanalo. And he gets that free throw to fall. Sa Seramer, ginugulo ni Reden Zelda. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Meralco. They get it to Newsom in the switch against McCarthy. Papare against Prince Caperal. Bawi-bawi lang ng mga pabandang tira. Hugnatan will go to the free throw line.
And you just got to see the difference. That time, it was Reynel Hugnatan posting up against Caperal. He knew exactly what to do. Pagdating naman kanina, nung dinidepensahan ng Reynel Hugnatan, si Prince Caperal, he also knew exactly what to do to get the ball out of the hands of Caperal.
Absolutely. Well, I think at this point in his career, alam na ni Hugnatan lahat ng kailangan gawin. Para maging
and you know,
successful.
he plays much bigger than his size.
Yes. I think the hair helps also. Okay, meron tayong Moneyball question, dribblers. Ilabas ng inyong mga smartphone dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question. Sino ang muse ng Meralco sa nakaraang PBA opening noong December 17? Number 1, Pamela Baranda. 2, Maxine Medina. Or number 3, Chanel Thomas. Chanel Thomas.
Parang mas maganda yung Chanel.
Chanel, oh man naman. Chanel number 5.
Hindi ko alam yung sagot dyan.
Actually, ako din.
Alam ko lang hindi number 1.
Sa ano siya, di ba?
Sa Kia.
Kia, right. Paparay already with 2 field goals. He's got 6 points in this ball game.
Meralco hasn't really had a big start in the last 3 games. So that's one thing that for sure Coach Norman Black is he keeps on reminding his players that they need to be aggressive.
Coach Norman Black actually left the game without talking to reporters sa kanilang huling laro. I think that's a sign of frustration kasi alam natin Coach Norman is one of the most pleasant coaches to talk to in the league. So to walk out, it's a big
and
thing.
he's been in the league for a long time. So alam na rin yung mga kailangan. And so obviously, I really felt his frustration in that game.
You know, to your point, Dom, about this start of Meralco, last conference, they were 3-8 in the Philippine Cup. Then 2 conferences ago, 1-11. What is it about the Philippine Cup na talagang hirap na hirap ang Meralco na makapasok sa playoffs?
Well, they really rely heavily on their import. If you look at the minutes that the import plays, huge. And they've had a good choice of imports. Yung pinili nila mga best import of that conference. So, ganun kalaki yung bagay nun. The import gets rebounds, he can score. Kapag nawawalan sila ng puntos, pinupuntahan nila, he's able to either score or create. So, napakalaking bagay nung import sa kanila eh. And they're still, I feel, they're still searching for that leader that can take them there. You know, it's been, sometimes you see it's maybe like a Chris Newsom, sometimes a Baser Amer, sometimes a Cliff Hodge, but no one really there now. Okay, when we need things done, this is the guy we're going to. Even Jared Dillinger had some injuries as well. So, you know, nung nandyan si Jimmy, he was there as a leader, but, you know, he was also going up there in age, so hindi rin ganun kadami yung minuto na pwede mong ilaro sa kanya.
Tsaka hirap din sa Meralco kasi nga labas-pasok yung mga manlalaro dahil sa mga injuries. Kaya hindi rin nila makuha yung chemistry. Ronald Tubid continues to entertain as the most flamboyant rebounding guard in the PBA today.
With the spread legs?
With the spread legs talaga. Tubid isolated against JD. Ronald Tubid in the post against Dillinger. One-legged fadeaway from the Saint. Hindi umubra. Dillinger nagmamadali, and he will finish for 2. No transition defense there for Kia.
And this is what you need if you're Meralco. You need to kind of speed a little bit to be able to get some fast break opportunities. Meralco only averages 10 points from the fast break.
Sean McCarthy. Ginugulo siya ni Chris Newsom. Sa poste si Caperal kontra kay Hugnatan.
See there, he's able to bat that ball away from Caperal. And look at where Caperal is posting up. He's, what, maybe 10, 12 feet away.
Right. And he had nowhere to go against Paparay.
Tsaka nagsimula siya 18 feet.
Getting deep post position is crucial for a big man, if I understand
Definitely.
correctly. KG Canaleta, the turnaround will not fall. Tubid with another board.
We're going to what you were saying. Why is it important? Is because mas maliit na yung espasyo mo between you and the ring. So it should be easier to be able to get a shot.
Spoken like a true big man. Dominic Uy, Canaleta for 3. That's good for KG. So KG gets his first triple on the board. At pumito muna ng timeout ang manlalaro ng Kia Picanto. They will sue for time. As the Meralco with a nice start to this ball game, Canaleta, member of the 5,000-point club, getting that three-pointer to fall. Lamang ng dalawang kanyang koponan ng Meralco Bolts.
Mula sa Smart Araneta Coliseum, inyong napapanood ang laban sa pagitan ng Meralco Bolts at ng Kia Picanto. Malaki ang problema ng Kia lalo na sa poste because their bigs will continue to miss games. J.R. Reyes with a calf injury, Jackson Corpus with a fracture on his left hand, and Eric Campson serving his suspension. Also, Carlo Lastimosa with a sprained ankle, but then expected na makukumpleto sila in their game after yung talk and text game nila. Chuck?
Thank you so much, Sapple David. Nako, napakaraming kailangan mag-periodic maintenance para sa Kia Picanto. mga mahalagang manlalaro
tsaka
din nila.
yung injuries nila, it's hindi mabilis to be able to heal from those injuries. Ang mabilis lang yung kay Eric Campson because you know it's just one game because of it's coming off a suspension. But J.R. Reyes, yung calf muscle, yung kay Jackson Corpus, yung kamay nga niya. And then, you know, these injuries, you just don't know. Carlo Lastimosa, kakakuha lang sa kanya. But in that one practice that he was going to be able to play for Kia, minalas at sprained his ankle.
Yung maganda rito para sa Kia, lalo na in the previous game, it gave a lot of opportunities para sa mga bench players to step up. Kaya nakita natin sila Royder Cabrera.
And even Glenn Cobontin.
Yes.
Played a spectacular game.
Hugnatan left corner will not drop. During the timeout, Coach Dandan was saying we need to move the ball and create space. That's something that They were able to do there as Sean McCarthy finding Red Zelda for 3.
We need to be able to space out the floor to be able to get a better shot because pag magkakadikit kayo, makakatulong sa depensa yung katabi.
Nice drive there by Dillinger. Sumagot kaagad ang Meralco Bolts.
Parang ano yan eh, parang nasa EDSA ka lang nasa traffic. Kahit mabilis yung kotse mo, pag traffic, hindi ka makakapunta.
Hindi ka talaga uusad.
Diba? Hindi ka uusad eh. Pero pagka maluwag, pwede mo ikot-ikutan, just like basketball.
Zelda, breaking down the defense, gets it over to Rashawn. Rashawn, umatake. Zelda na naman sa kaliwa. Patay ang butiki, pero ang bola nasa Picanto. 2-bit for 3. Amer with the board.
Look at that. Kia, 4 guys able to come down to be able to stop that fast break opportunity. Pagdating sa Meralco, isa lang, di ba? It was only Chris Newsom.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Meralco. JD. Newsom has nowhere to go. 2 seconds. But Jared Dillinger had the space to launch. And this is a red-hot shooting first period for the Meralco Bolts. Dillinger may 7 puntos na.
Canaleta, Dillinger, and Hugnatan carrying the load for Meralco.
Interestingly enough, Dillinger was looking for a sub on the way down. I think that's how hard he was playing. And remember, this is a guy that's still not 100%. Markey umatake na naman. Zelda for 3. Will not fall. KG with the board. Amer against 2-bit on the fast break. Pull up from Baser. Will not drop.
Parang dalawang isip si Baser doon whether iwa-one hand niya or yung normal jump shot eh.
Kasi alam niya kahit lahat ng pwedeng gawin ni 2-bit, susubukan niya. Offensive foul. That's gonna go on Yi. So this has been a good start for Meralco. No? We know them as a team that can really play tight defense, and so far we're seeing it. Dito sa unang quarter na ating laro, timeout muna tayo. Lamang ng 4 ang Meralco. Back here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum, 4 na puntos ang kalamangan ng Meralco. And these two teams have had their struggles in the previous games, no, and majority of them have happened because of these two categories, though.
You look at the tendencies. Kia turns the ball over 22 times a ball game and then allows 20 fast break points. So if they turn the ball over, then they give up fast break opportunities, and that's their problem. Meralco naman, average turnovers 14.5 and then 10.75 fast break points allowed. Meralco plays a more deliberate style of ball game. So this statistic that we're showing here, for Meralco, it is a point of attack. That if they force Kia into turnovers, then they can attack on the fast break.
Right.
It's one thing to force the turnover, it's another thing to attack. Ito naman Kia, you need to be able to limit the turnovers so that you don't give up opportunities on the fast break.
I think the problematic thing also for Kia is they give up turnovers kahit na nasa half-court set sila eh. Diba? Is that an execution problem for Kita Picanto?
Definitely, you know, it's something that comes with time dahil bago rin nga yung mga players magkakasama. Sometimes there is a chemistry that needs to be worked on still.
Brian Faundo's in the ball game in the first period para sa Meralco, and he sticks his first shot of the game. Dami substitutions on the floor. Nico Salvas inside, as well as Mike Colombia. Sabi ni Sean McCarthy, hindi muna ako magpapasat, titikada muna ako ng 3.
Nico Salva got a few minutes the last time in the TNT ball game. And, you know, Coach Norman is looking for energy because ang nangyayari dito sa Meralco, tumutukod eh.
Yes.
Tukod, not na napapagod, but being competitive in each and every single possession.
4 seconds on the shot clock for Meralco. Newsom for 3. Chris Newsom can't get that shot to fall. Nagmamadali ang Picanto. Glenn Cobuntin. And Markey working in the front court for the Picanto. Cobuntin for 3. That will not fall. John Gabriel. Muscle and power inside. The end one play para kay John Gabriel.
You cannot give up offensive rebounds if you're Meralco. You're a bigger team. That's a no-no for Coach Norman Black.
That's gonna go on Brian Fajundo. At ito namang high sa Tibay rebound is brought to you by Eagle Cement. High sa Tibay.
And we were asking kung maglalaro ba itong si Cliff Hodge. And finally, Coach Norman Black tapping Cliff Hodge to come into this ball game. Everybody waiting to see how he is.
It's gonna be interesting to see how effective and how many minutes maglalaro itong si Cliff Hodge. But You can sense, kahit na sa interview nyo kanina no, with our guys at ESPN5, yung gigil niya na makabalik talaga para sa kanyang kupunan, kahit hindi pa siya healthy.
Ito si Cliff, kahit basta nakakalakad o nakakatakbo, makakatalon, maglalaro yan.
Ganun talaga pag buhay ang basketball para kay Cliff Hodge. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Salva, Tolomia for 3. Di pa rin ubra ang 3-point shooting ngayon ng Meralco. Rebounded by the Picanto.
Ganda ng defense ng Kia doon, off that zone.
Strong drive there by Cobuntin, but that's sent back by the front line of the Bongs. Tolomia nagmamadali. Pull-up shot for Magic Mike. Will not fall.
And this is the aggressiveness that I was talking about, that I feel Meralco could take advantage. When they make that stop, push that basketball, and maybe get some fast breaks.
I love the game of Brian Faudo. Napaka-basic, no? Piso-piso jumpers from anywhere in the court, basta sa loob ng 3-point line.
He knows his role. Alam niya, re-rebound siya, didepensa siya, and then when he's open for that jumper, take it.
Minute and 30 remaining in the first quarter. Oh, we got a 3-second violation. I think it's gonna go on John Gabriel. Alright, dribblers, meron tayong update dito. Ang tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question ay number 3, Chanel Thomas.
Yun.
Chanel. Pinanindigan ko na yung Chanel. Chanel Thomas is the muse na you're looking for. Stand by dahil marami pa tayong mga Moneyball questions. Minute and 16 on the clock. Tolomia creating space. Paundo, good challenge there by Kia Picanto.
Great ball movement by Meralco that time. Going in, out, and then in once again. Tolomia with the 2 points.
Danzaras in the ball game for the Picanto. Sama na rin si Royder Cabrera to space the floor. Meron tayong foul. Mapupunta ito sa former FTU. Tama raw na si Mike Tolomia. But check this out. No, baliktad big to small in the paint. High-low play.
Si Faudo yung galing sa labas, no?
Ryder Cabrera for 3. That will not fall. Nico Salva with the board.
He knocked down a couple of those threes in that last game.
Chris Newsom wide open. That will not fall. Rashad McCarthy is on the run. 38 seconds remaining. Great defense there by Newsom rather, and he saves it from going out of bounds. Tolomia. Salva. That's good. You love how well Tolomia can adjust to kahit na in transition though.
Well, he's a great player. You know, we haven't seen everything yet, I feel, in his arsenal.
Such a deep backcourt din para sa Meralco. They now have a 6-point lead. Danzara, 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Picanto. Cobuntin, atake. Hindi pa rin umubra. There's still 5 seconds. May oras pa tayo dito. Newsom. Fajundo will have to hoist it up. Walang inabot ng tira ni Brian Fajundo. Dito pa magtatapos ang unang yugto ng tambalang Kia Picanto kontra sa Meralco Bolts. Lamang ng 6 ang Meralco after 12 minutes of action. 27-21.
It felt really good. Got the monkey off our back. I think it would have been 18 in a row of a PBA record, so I'm glad we're not in the record books for that, even though we're second worst. My confidence always been high. I get my confidence just from knowing that I work hard on my game every day. Even though I'm not playing, I know what I'm capable of. It felt good, it felt good. Even though it was a team effort, it felt good that I was recognized for my contributions to the team.
Imagine if you're Rashad McCarthy, you come from San Miguel Beerman, you win 2 championships, tapos sa bagong season, nasa baba ka naman sa Kia Picanto, kaya naman napakagigil niya makasungkit ng panalo para sa kanyang koponan. Now this quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka.
Alam mo, maganda rin yung rookie season mo, di ba? Ang dami mo ang pinanalo na kampyonato. Pero hindi ka masyadong nagamit. Hindi masyadong nakita ang laro mo. You know, obviously, hindi nakakatuwa yun in terms of bonuses. Di ba ang nangyayari dito kay Rashad McCarthy? But, you know, he will be able to develop his game a lot quicker with Kia because he's being given so many minutes and they're allowing him really to play.
In essence, it feels like ito talaga yung rookie season ni Rashad McCarthy. I mean, I think there was a stat we had na the first game of Rashad, he played already more minutes combined than in his entire last season with San Miguel. Brian Paundas whistled for another foul. That's his third personal foul. As you see here, this isolation play by John Gabriel. So that's going to be a problem because they need as many bigs as they can have on the floor. Kaya naman pasok muna si Jason Ballesteros.
You got to be able to stay away from foul trouble.
I love the mindset of Royder Cabrera. Basta nahawakan niya yung ball,
Tira
na kagad.
Oh.
Fire away. Nico Salva, Basera Mayer, Mike Tolomia, Cliff Hodge, and Ballesteros in the court right now for Meralco. To start this second quarter, lamang sila ng 6. Nice find there by Tolomia. Hindi lang na-handle ni Salva. Three-pointer on the way. That will not fall for Kia. Bababa na naman muli ang Meralco. Tolomia once again creating pace. Initcha, wala. Pero free throws muna si Mike.
Off that stop, they were aggressive, pushing that basketball and getting a foul off that fast break opportunity.
In the first quarter, it was Kia that shot 5 three-pointers compared to only 3 for Meralco. Now, for more about our game so far, bato natin kay Miss Apple David.
Yes, hindi na bago sa Meralco yung rough start sa Philippine Cup. Remember, for the past 2 seasons na i-eliminate sila. But sabi nga ni Chris Newsom, it's a matter of stepping up. For the players with less experience and exposure, they have to prove themselves first because until they do, it will be difficult for the main guys to do their thing kasi they will always be marked by their opponents, Chuck.
Thank you so much, Apple. To Apple's point, that's a total of 4 wins in their 2 previous Philippine Cup conferences.
So 4 of 22.
Exactly. Medyo madami-daming talo yan. Which is strange because paglipat naman natin sa Coms Cup tsaka sa Governors Cup, biglang title contenders na yung Meralco.
It's really mindset, and they're really 1 or 2 players away from getting that championship.
Right.
If you remember last conference, diba, they forced Ginebra into a Game 7,
yes.
but they had the import. So yun kailangan nila ng isang tao na nakakagawa ng lahat consistently.
Amer's back in the ball game for Meralco. Ballesteros rolling to the rim. Nice right there by Jason Ballesteros.
I think this could be the best conference for Jason Ballesteros in his PBA career.
It's a great point. Modest numbers, but he's getting opportunities dito para sa Meralco Bolts.
And efficient. Diba? He's getting rebounds in X number of minutes and doesn't turn the ball over too many times.
Offensive foul is whistled on the Picanto. Great stop once again by Meralco. Ballesteros is averaging around 6.5 rebounds per game. Numbers that we thought he always had in him, no? Just a matter of opportunities. Cliff Hodge, first 2 points of the season, courtesy of that runner in the paint from Cliff Hodge. And all of a sudden, it's a double-digit advantage para sa koponan ng Meralco Bolts. Lamang sila ng 12, actually 33-21. It is a 6-0 run for Meralco to start this ball game. Sa dyan ay itong galaw ni Jason Ballesteros. This smart move of the half is brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. So now all of a sudden it's a 12-point lead for Meralco as Nokia's had these problems, Tom. They're rolling on offense. Bigla na lang titirik yung kanilang offense, tapos mahirapan silang humabol.
If you remember the last 3-4 games, di ba, naging problema ng Kia yung third quarter, but
yes,
not in the previous game against Rain or Shine, where they were able to keep in step or actually even get ahead of them.
That shot will not fall for Mike Tolomia, pero ang bola mananatili sa Meralco Bolts. Basera Mayer, may tangan kontra kay Dan Sara. Amer in a switch, they get it to Hodge in a switch. Tikada ng tres itong si Basera Mayer, that's good.
Quick decision that time by Cliff Hodge, passing it out to Amer.
Nagkagulo nung nagka-switch di ba?
And then rightfully so, nakita nila, they were able to identify na may mismatch sa post and then dumobol agad. After that double kick out, 3 points.
Cobantin will drive. Strong drive by Glenn, di lang papasok. Mike Tolomia one-on-one against Hamon. Tolomia waltzing in the lane. Battle for the loose ball, babalik sa Kia.
And I like how they're trying to dictate the pace in this ball game. Now up by 15 points already. So far in this first quarter, Meralco already with 9 points.
Dribblers, open your Moneyball app dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question. Saan sa Laguna ipinanganak si Royder Cabrera ng Kia Picanto? Is it number 1, Binyan, number 2, Santa Rosa, or number 3, Liliu? Dribblers, pintot na. 8 minutes and 35, bumalik ng veteranong si Ronald Tubid. Smooth. In the paint, in the post, Ronald Tubid, the end one play.
He had to create something. Nakita mo layo ng pinanggalingan ng opensibang yun ni Ronald Tubid. Really trying to get that 2 points. Started all the way from 3 points, and with that help, the bump, the foul, and the basket.
That drive is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified, sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. That's the value of having a guy like Ronald Tubid. May be a little bit advanced in age. I think he's around 36, 35, but he's a player that can still create his own shot para sa Kia Picanto.
And you know, if you look at Ronald Tubid, didn't also play too many minutes. He was coming off the bench for San Miguel, but maybe averaged 10, 12 minutes a ball game. So that means hindi rin mataas yung milyahe dun sa tuhod nitong si Ronald Tubid when he was with San Miguel.
Yep. You get in the post once again. Tubid against Tolomia. They like this matchup. Tubid rather turnover. That's going to be turnover on Kia. Ball will go back to Meralco. Tubid could not get that shot off the mismatch kay Mike Tolomia. We have a report right now. Bato natin kay Miss Apple David.
Pinag-usapan niyo si Ronald Tubid. Sabi niya kasi sa kanyang team before the game, if we play our normal game, the way we've been playing for the past conference, sigurado tambak tayo. So we have to play abnormal. But kidding aside, that means digging deep within themselves, finding the right motivation, at hindi yun nakukontento sa nakaka-survive lang sila for 2 or 3 quarters. So they have to push themselves to finish the game stronger. Chuck.
Okay.
Abnormal.
Alrighty then.
Hindi, pero yung sabi lang naman ni Ronald Tubid, tama din. If you're gonna play how you've been playing before, hindi ka mananalo. So and you could say that maybe last game was abnormal for them being able to compete. Hindi tumukod ng third quarter. So more of the same as the previous game and not as the others.
I like the term better than normal. In this para sa Kia Picanto. They've got to play better defense though on KG Canaleta. Meron na siyang dalawang tres ating laro. Sean McCarthy getting that shot to fall. Walang puntos para kay McCarthy.
It's always a tough task for a win for Kia because you can see that their lineup obviously not as talented as the other teams. But if they find that fighting spirit, give it a chance, laban ka all the way up to the fourth quarter, then snatch it in the end.
And it's tough, no? Kasi remember, walang Eric Camson. This is a guy that averaged in double digits para sa Kia throughout this entire conference.
And that first game when they played NLEX, he scored what, 20 points in 1 quarter?
He had 14 before he was ejected against Rain or Shine. Canaleta, aangat. Canaleta, 2 puntos. Marky is getting frustrated because, there are multiple guys driving at him at every occasion, whether it's smalls like Amer or bigs like KG Canaleta. Sean McCarthy answers with the 3. Sean McCarthy, first player for Kia in double digits, may 11 puntos.
Chuck, we mentioned earlier, di ba, yung fast break points in relation to turnovers. Kia with 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Meralco had 7 fast break points.
That's a lot.
Meralco had 1 turnover, no fast break points para sa Kia.
Whoa, Tubid tried to get it over Mike Tolomia. Sa pag-gather ni Tubid, natamaan si Tolomia, and our referees are going to review this.
A lot of attempts for Kia from the 3-point area, 5 out of 12 for Kia in the first quarter.
He made 13 in the win against Rain or Shine. But again, a lot of that came also from bench players like Royder Cabrera, who has not made a shot yet in this ballgame. Silipin natin ito.
Well, Tubid trying to go for this opportunity. Let's look at it from this angle.
I think he was going...
He was trying to protect that basketball. Ang problema, nandun sa may bandang ulo ni Tolomia. So let's see how the referees will see that. because it's an elbow above the shoulder.
Was he looking to create space with that, yung sa pag-gather niya ng kanyang arms? And swinging the elbows also.
I think it was the referees made a good decision by calling that an F1 because he knew where he was going.
Right.
And it was excessive, kumbaga, yung pag-protect mo.
Tubid will have to sit for 3 minutes as Mike Tolomia goes to the free throw line. Tolomia scored 8 points and had 3 rebounds against the TND Katropa. What a luxury it is to have a guy like Mike Tolomia coming off your bench. And that he's you know, you can use him sabay ni Baseramer, pwedeng off the bench para meron ka maraming
Saka
production.
pwede mong gamitin 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda dito kay Tolomia. And when you need scoring coming off that bench, he's also one of those guys that you can look at.
Dribblers ang tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question ay number 3, Lilio Batangas. Doon po galing si Laguna pala. Lilio Laguna, doon po galing si Royder Cabrera. Canaleta, hindi umubra. Marquis and Reynel Hugnatan have had many wars against each other. Double fouls.
Kilalang kilala na rin nila isa't isa. Alam na rin nila yung guhit sa palad nilang dalawa. Ramdam na nila kung malambot ba yung kamay nila.
Tingnan natin ito, ha. Just your typical...
Well, both these guys know how to get position. Yung konting mga gulang dyan, kabisado na nila yan.
JD was able to get that jump ball. Canaleta is wide open once again. Will not fall. McCarthy with the board. Red Zelda's back in the ball game for the Picanto. Yi, the fake. Alahoy na tira ni Mark Yi is good. Another. Could this be
taking it strong. Itong si Marquis, we gotta see that.
Is that a deliberate foul, maybe?
It looks like, I think it might be. Well, that's what the referees want to make sure of. Marquis taking that one dribble. That's the foul of Canaleta. So they're looking at if Canaleta was going for that basketball.
It's the drive of Yi. Oh, there you go. I think also with sa lahat na nangyari this past week, Dom, medyo napaparami yung mga away natin. And KG Canaleta has whistled for a flagrant 1 foul. So I think the referees are starting to take a closer look at these fouls that could lead to yung mga altercations like what happened with Camson versus Raymond Almazan. Although KG Canaleta saying he just went for the...
he was trying to go for that basketball, pero hindi niya inabot eh. Marquis able to protect that ball and get it out of the way.
So KG is going to have to sit. Good stint so far for Canaleta, but he will have to be replaced. He's got 10 points in this game.
So physicality obviously allowed in the league, but no dirty plays, no plays that you will try to hurt someone. And that's what the referees and the technical committee is making clear.
That's what acting OIC Commissioner Willie Marshall said. Sabi niya, hahayaan natin sila maglaro, pero kapag naging ano na talaga, excessive contact, that's where the line is crossed in the sand. Yan ang hindi talaga pwede. As Canaleta, tulad ni Ronald Tubid, will have to wait for 3 more minutes to come back into this game. Dylan Ababu entering this game for the first time for Kia. They are still down by 12 points. They've only scored 10 so far in this second period. Ababu contra Dillinger. Yi top of the key. Yi's got 2 seconds. That's a turnover once again for Kia. Andrew Karap is also in the ball game for the Meralco Bulls, being flanked by Chris Newsom. Pati na rin si Jared Dillinger. Hodge kick out. Dillinger for 3. Bang, bang.
10 points now for Jared Dillinger. I like how Cliff Hodge, kita mo wala pa sa timing yung laro niya eh.
Yeah.
Took 1-2 dribbles, just attracted that defense and kicked it out to wide open Jared Dillinger.
So biggest lead of the ball game for Meralco. It's up to 15 right now. Newsom skying for that board. Ugnatan to Hodge. Look at Anjo Karam in the paint. Waltzes inside.
And every time they speed things up, they get something out of their offense.
Sure, Ricky, then you're worried because there's no one there to even challenge yung drive ni Anjo Karam. Talagang he was able to get all the way to the paint. Drive once again from Rashawn McCarthy, and Rashawn McCarthy is down.
Oh, you don't want to see this. Oh, looks like he's okay.
McCarthy is down. This is a 4-on-5. Oh, forcing a turnover on the other side. Rashawn. Drive there from Gabriel will not fall. Markey, wala din. And a bolt is down.
Looks like it's Anjo Karam. Could have gotten caught in the scrum.
John Gabriel whistle for that loose ball foul. But there has to be a reason kung bakit bumagsak itong si Anjo Karam. Here we go, let's check this out. Drive of Gabriel. Oh, it was hit by pababa na si Karam, pero natamaan siya sa mukha ni John Gabriel. Intense action here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum. 15 puntos ang kalamangan ng Meralco Boss. And that has been the story of the Kia Picanto this weekend as Eric Camson unavailable dito para sa kanyang koponan. Getting into it with Raymond Almazan. Throwing punches, throwing elbows, getting on the floor. Bakbakan itong mga veterano. And problem for Kia because as we mentioned, this is a double-digit scorer. Eric Camson had to pay the price para sa Kia Picanto.
Oh, definitely. A lot of energy para dito kay Eric Camson in that previous game. And this is that F1 called earlier on Ronald Tubid. And this is that F1 called naman dito kay
Canaleta.
Nino Canaleta.
And this, you know, this could be something that Kia is looking for, no? All teams naghahanap ng identity. Maybe this is something that Kia is trying to develop, o yung talagang laban hanggang sa dulo.
I think what Coach Ricky Dandan is doing is they need to be able to fight and not just say that, okay, mas mahina yung lineup natin as compared to the other teams and we're just gonna roll over and die.
Absolutely. Karam, Hodge. Mid-range jumper, that's 4 points for Cliff.
2 out of 2 for Cliff Hodge.
Cliff Hodge got 4 points in his debut dito sa ating PBA Philippine Cup. 17-point lead for the Bolts dito sa ating second period. But then Zelda has been feeling it and he notches another 3-pointer. That's his second triple for Red Zelda.
I like how Kia is trying to now slow down itong Meralco by putting on some full court pressure.
Screen from Ugnatan, but what a block from Mark Yee on Anjo Karam. So that was great help by Marky in the paint. Harap-harapan na supalpal mula kay Marky. To get it once again to Hodge. Tracting a double team. Hodge will look to kick out. Anjo Karam atake. Leaves it for Cliff. Cliff Hodge.
You can see the timing's not there, but the will is there for Cliff Hodge. Gotta admire this guy.
If you're coming from an injury,
Wala ka timing, wala ka sa kondisyon. Kita mo pati yung pag-lift? Wala masyado eh.
muscle memory na lang ba yan?
Oo.
Parang knowing the spot you have to be there. No? Zelda for 3. Can't get it to drop. Dillinger missed Hodge was leaking wide open there. Hinahanap ni Hodge ang bola. Takes a deep breath against Meten Zelda. This guy that could be a little bit gassed. And that's exactly what happened.
Bibihira makita mo gawin ni Cliff Hodge yun, huminga ng malalim. But that time, they were trying to go to that low post where they felt they had the advantage. And rightfully so, kasi nag-double agad eh.
Well, if you're Cliff Hodge, every moment you're on the floor, you're going hard. Despite, tulad nga na sinabi niya, only playing at around 40%, but he has made an impact for the Meralco Bolts with this hard work and hustle. He's gassed right now. Baka dahil sa honeymoon, no? Bagong kasal tong si Cliff Hodge.
Oo. Tsaka hindi pa nagtatakbo yan dahil, di ba, kaka-opera pa lang.
Yes.
Kakalinis lang ng tuhod.
We'll update the numbers that you pointed out, Dom, and like you said, this has really told the story so far of this ballgame.
Well, it's really a point of attack for Meralco. Kia with 9 turnovers, which translated to 11 fast break points. Meralco naman only with 5 turnovers, 0 fast break points.
16-point advantage, and meron tayong problema dito sa pasok ng mga manlalaro ng Meralco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 orange men on the floor right now.
Substitution. Gaging the connector for Cliff Hodge.
Cliff Hodge had to drag himself to the scores table just to say nako, just to call out the sub. Mahirap na kasi ma-technical foul, sayang yung puntos. Dillinger over to KG. Canaleta elevates for that fadeaway. Sabi niya, tapos ng 3 minutes ko. Puntos ulit tayo.
I really like how he's fit in dito sa Meralco ever since he came in. He's scoring, he's posting up, he's knocking down 3-point shots, he's helping with the rebounds. Just a great pickup para sa Meralco.
Don't want to shit about KG Canaleta. You know, he's played in a bunch of teams already. And he'll stay for 1 or 2 seasons. But at the end of the day, there will always be a team na hahanapin siya and they will add him to the roster.
Well, you look at the talent that he brings to the table, and you look at what he can do. He can shoot from the outside, he can post up, he causes a lot of mismatch issues. So if you put him in the right position, you can maximize his talent.
Well, Meralco has been maximizing him, definitely. He already has 11 points in this ball game. Reden Zelda takes care of those free throws. That is 8 points for Red Zelda. But his team is still down 16.
Chuck is actually the leading scorer for Meralco, 17.3 points a ball game and 8 rebounds.
Which could be a problem on a team with Basera Mer and Chris Newsom. But so far, Basera Mer just chipping in. He's already got 7 points for Meralco.
This is more like a Meralco game now because of they are taking advantage of yung mga weaknesses nitong Kia. And being aggressive. Naalala mo, itong Meralco is really a defensive unit.
Yes, they are. Especially when they have that monster in the middle of an import, no, the Alex Stevenson types. But then Zelda has to jack up a 3. Marquis was not able to get that shot to fall, pero ang discarding Marquis will get him 2 free throws.
Hugnatan bailing them out there.
Hindi makapaniwala si Reiner.
Patapos na yung shot clock eh.
Hindi siya makapaniwala na nahuli pa siya.
Una-unahan kasi siya dun sa posisyon eh.
He at the stripe, Marquis, one of the heroes of the Picanto, co-player of the game. He had 13 points and 8 rebounds, while also fighting foul trouble. He had 5 fouls in that game. And again, without J.R. Reyes, and without
Jackson Corpus,
Jackson Corpus as well.
Diba? And Carlo Lastimosa, who we haven't seen yet for Kia, must be aching to play.
When Carlo Lastimosa joins this team, how crucial is his presence going to be para sa Picanto, especially in scoring?
Well, scoring. That's why they got him. I mean, they're not getting him for his defense. They're looking for a guy who can create, a guy who can shoot. And you know, when he's na may kumpiyansa, alam naman natin itong si Carlo, whether he's in a winning team or in a losing team, he's there to score.
Stop there from Kia. Sila nagbababa ng bola dito. Less than a minute and 30 seconds remaining. Marquis will try to take Ballesteros top of the key once again. Where will Marquis go? Reden Zelda for 3. Airball ang inabot. And again, half-court execution. Usually, pag wala si Rashawn McCarthy, nagiging problema ito para sa Picanto.
Well, dyan magaling ang Meralco din sa kanilang half-court defense. And then after the half-court stops, they're able to translate that into fast breaks. So Kia having a hard time with that.
Kia is in some sort of a matchup zone, I believe, right now against Meralco, trying to slow down their shooters. 4 seconds remaining. Baser taking a look at the clock. Inangat over Danzara. Look at Ballesteros grabbing that board. Amer for 3. That's good.
And that's in a position he's more comfortable. stepping into that three-point shot as compared to trying to post up his defender.
Second chance points, no, Dom? Yan ang pumapatay din sa Kia dito sa first half.
Well, if you're Kia, you need to be able to get those defensive rebounds.
It is a 21-point lead. Dan Sara nowhere to go pero binulabog siya ni Baseramer. Meralco is in the penalty. They will shoot free throws. Will Dan Sara?
Well, if you can't knock down those outside shots, you try to go inside and try to get fouled if you're Kia. You like, though, that Kia, even if they're down by, what, 21 already, makikita mo lumalaban sila.
Well, undersized and undermanned. Again, wala silang Eric Camson dito sa ating laro. Rashawn McCarthy can't play the entire ball game. So these are the minutes na wala si McCarthy, wala si Ronald Tubid. Ito talaga yung mga kailangan mapanalunan ng Kia. So far, they haven't been able to do that. 2 for 2 para kay Dan Sara. Meralco can hold for the final shot of this first half. Trap set by Kia. Broken up by Meralco. Chris Newsom will handle. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Newsom ang may tangan kontra kay Bongalianza. Ballesteros kicks it out. Newsom will have to take this. Defense of Kia holds strong in this final possession, but it has been all Meralco. They put up 60 points in the first half against the Kia Picanto. It is a 19-point lead for Meralco, Dom, and it's become a problem for Meralco, trying to get their offense flowing, but not in this game. We will finish the first half. We will pause for a break. Sa ating pagbabalik, the halftime show, pati na ng breakdown of the first half dito po sa ESPN5. Domination in the Smart Araneta Coliseum as the Meralco Bolts lumamang ng 19 points kontra sa Kia Picanto after 24 minutes of PBA action. Once again, happy to have you with us here on the PBA Live on ESPN5. Chuck Araneta kasama si Dominic Oy, and of course still with Miss Apple David. And Dom, we talked about the value of Kia picking up their first win. Pero nakikita natin after this first half, it's been the Bolts na talagang gutom na mapigilan ang kanilang 3-game losing streak.
Well, that 3-game losing streak obviously got Coach Norman Black all fired up. Diba? Kita mo yung aggressiveness nitong Meralco, very different from their previous games right off the bat. They're shooting the ball a lot better. They're getting fast break opportunities and converting off those fast break opportunities, not turning the ball over. They were able to get some points from guys like Canaleta and Jared Dillinger. These two guys now are leading the points para dito sa Meralco.
Yes, these two guys have been very hungry to help their squads at umira lang kanilang opensa in the first half, with both players finishing in double figures para sa kanilang koponan. You like, of course, how these guys are able to space the floor, but JD was also able to score in transition for his team. It's no surprise that the length of both Canaleta and Dillinger gave problems to the Picanto.
Oh, definitely. And they've been aggressive. That's what I like about it. They've been attacking. Jared Dillinger attacking. Itong si Dillinger ended up with 10 points, and Baser Amer also with 10 points, 3 out of 3 from the three-point area. Look at how big the difference in the field goal percentage is. 53 as to 33. And yung assist ng Meralco, ang ganda ng ikot ng bola. Fast break points. One of the points that I pointed out at the beginning. And the turnovers. Look at the turnovers. 5 lang para sa Meralco, para sa Kia 9. And then Meralco scoring 14 points of those 9 turnovers.
It has been such an efficient game for the Meralco Bolts. Kaya naman may tatlong manlalaro na nagtapos na in double figures after the first half. Of course, led by Canaleta with 12, Dillinger with 10. Baser had 10 as well in the returning Cliff Hodge. Sa kabila naman, they were led by Rashawn McCarthy's 13 points. Tingnan natin kung mababawasan ng Kia ang kalamangan ng Meralco as we bring to you the third quarter. Brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka!
Chuck, the problem always for Kia the past few games has been the third quarter, except in the previous game, like we mentioned earlier. No? So ang tanong dyan, anong magagawa nila sa third quarter? They're already down by 19 points. So would they come out fighting? Would they come out swinging and be more aggressive?
You've got to look for a spark here. Yun yung nangyari kasi sa kanilang pagkapanalo kontra sa Rain or Shine. Nakahanap sila ng mga magic hugot, ika nga, di ba? Guys like Royder Cabrera, Glenn Cobuntin. Dito sa ating first half, parang wala pa tayo nakikita para sa Kia.
Well, McCarthy was there, be able to knock down those threes. But Eric Camson, you got to remember, they're missing him because he can score in bunches in a quarter.
He's one of the better heat check players in the PBA. Di pumasok ang post move dyan ni Reynel Hugnatan. So that's a stop by Kia to begin this third period. And Dom, you've got to imagine that it is the a little bit better passing for Kia and monitoring their turnovers. That's going to be one of the key factors in this second half.
Definitely the turnovers kasi ang daming napuntos ng Meralco. Di ba? 14 points off those turnovers. 19 lang ang kalamangan mo. So if you just cut that in half, then that means the lead would be a lot smaller.
Kia will get a fresh shot clock here. Sean McCarthy kontra kay Chris Newsom, who was held scoreless in the first half, but that hardly mattered as Canaleta had to give up a foul on a streaking or Sean McCarthy. Right, for more what happened in the first half, makibalita tayo kay Ms. Apple David.
Narinig natin even in the huddles of Coach Ricky Dandan na depensa talaga yung hinihingi niya. Better one-on-one defense, hindi yung konting bangga na uuga sila. On offense naman, tama ka, Chuck. Better passing, quicker passing even for a better chance for an open shot. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Apple. And, you know, this Kia squad against rain or shine, yeah, they were able to share the ball and get 19 assists. And you only having 5.5, that's not going to do it.
Oh, it's hard to get an assist when the one you're passing to hindi na shoot kaya 33% din yung field goal. No? So you got to be able to... What happened, what I felt with them in the first quarter especially, they were taking too many three-point shots. They took 12 three-point shots. Though they knocked down 5, nung second quarter, 11 ulit yung tinira nila.
Right.
So that's 23 attempts, but they only made 7.
Right. So they're on pace to shoot around 43 pointers. And that's not going to do it for this Picanto squad. Okay, dribblers, ito na po ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball Best Player of the Game. Congratulations kay John Patrick De Torres. Ikaw po ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball Best Player of the Game.
So kilala niya si Chanel.
Chanel, na galing sa Laguna. Kinumbay na lahat ng mga sagot. Liliw Laguna. Si Chanel Torres. Gulo na. 19 points pa rin ang kalamangan ng Meralco. Saan sila maghahanap ng puntos? Could come from Sean McCarthy. Prince Cameral was quiet in the first half. Caperal. Ooh, nice spin. Pati siya nagulat sa spin move niya. Newsom will finally get on the board for the Bolts.
Prince Caperal needing to work on how he finishes.
Oh, a lot of contact at the half-court line. Sean McCarthy, Amer, Caperal on the floor. Nothing to see here. I think a timeout is going to be whistled before turn over ni Rashawn McCarthy. That's exactly right. We got a timeout on the floor. 21 kalamangan ng Meralco. Here's the live action in the third quarter with 9 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. Silipin natin itong fast break mula kay Chris Newsom. This is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified, sa bidding ikaw ang bida. And if Chris Newsom gets on track in this third quarter, problema to para sa Picanto.
Well, first 2 points for Chris Newsom.
Not really looking to score, actually. If you look at his numbers, he's only attempted 3 shots in the first half of basketball. Drive inside, nakalusot. Bongga Llanza for 2. So still a 19-point lead.
Got to change it up on defense if you're Kia. Maybe pressure a little bit more. They've tried the zone, but itong Meralco has been doing a good job of rotating that basketball.
During the timeout, Coach Dandan only had 3 words for his players. Don't back down. Yan ang, I think at this point, it's more of a mindset already or a pride factor that will help Kia to get back into this game.
Tsaka kailangan mo to be reminded that the way you won was because you were tough.
Yes.
You kept on fighting. And the game is not going to become easier today because obviously Meralco coming off a 3-game losing streak, and they saw what happened to rain or shine and Kia. So that you're coming a little bit more prepared if you're Meralco.
Galean's over to Cobuntin. Cobuntin will look to attack. Nice find inside by Cobuntin to Caperal. Good things happen once again when the ball is shared in the paint for the Picanto.
And when you're aggressive to finish that basketball.
Nusum trying to break down the veteran, Tubit. Pinasa muna kay Hugnatan. Papare, atake. Kick out pass. Nusum, mid-range pull-up is good.
This is what I like to see from Chris Nusum. Not really having any second thoughts, catch and shoot.
You think the first few shots he was maybe thinking about it a little bit too much?
I think he passes up a number of opportunities. I think he's got to understand that they need his scoring game in and game out.
Sometimes yung mindset kasi ni Chris, is to move the ball around, to share it, as Tubit takes this shot. So sometimes yung skill set, tingin ko yung skill set ni Chris is so, so spread out, he can do so much na minsan nakakalimutan din yung mapensa eh. Isolated against Galeanza is Nusum. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Hugnatan is on an island against Caperal. Hugnatan, mid-range jumper will not go. Here comes McCarthy. Baseramer had to give a foul para pigilan itong si Roshan McCarthy. Baseramer, that's going to be his second personal foul.
Signaling to his teammates, guys, let's move that basketball. Dahil ganun sila naging successful in the first 2 quarters. They were rotating that ball, getting easier shots.
Chris Nusum against Roshan McCarthy, top of the key. 2 bearded warriors going head-to-head as Tubit and Dillinger matchup. A steal completed almost by Baser, but nahuli siya. Third foul on Baseramer. That's 2 straight fouls.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
McCarthy getting a switch against Paundo. Look at the speed of shot. Roshan McCarthy, hindi lang umbra. Cliff Hodge back in this game, grabbing that board. Paundo. Dillinger, the handoff to Baser. The floater from Baser won't fall. Caperal with the board.
Caperal doing a much better job here in his stint in the second half.
You feel like when they go with their small ball lineups, they want to have scores at every position. Pero minsan kailangan mo na talaga ng big man na kukuha ng rebounds para
you need rebounds.
Doon talaga sila nahirapan ng first half. They were out-rebounded by 6 by the Meralco Bolts. Comuntinis whistled for that foul. So, the Picanto have been
silent
getting
pa
stats
so far. In the last game, nung pinasok siya, 9 points in the third quarter.
Cobuntin is such an aggressive driver, but it seems like Meralco has been ready for his attacks so far in this ballgame. Then he will take a seat. Pinalitan muna siya ni Dylan Ababu. Tolomia is in the game also for Meralco. Paundo. Paundo gets free for momentarily, just can't get it to drop. This is good defense played by Kia. Don, it's just that they can't get any points right now. It's third quarter. He's only had 5 so far in this period as a pull-up from Dylan Ababu still will not go. Paundo inside.
Good things happen when you push the basketball. Off that stop, kita mo ang bilis ng pagbaba nitong Meralco Bolts. And because they were aggressive, it pushed Kia all the way back on defensive end. You go to that open spot, wide open, layup para dito sa Meralco.
What you're seeing right now, are you seeing more purpose being shown by the Meralco Bolts in this ballgame?
I think they're just more aggressive. Obviously, andyan yung talent. And, you know, they've been doing all of these things before. Hindi lang nagsasabay-sabay.
And it's tough if you're Ricky Dandan. I mean, yes, they broke a 16-game losing streak, but
it only gets harder after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tsaka hindi pwedeng pumetics dahil nanalo ka lang ng isang laro because they're still trying to make it to the playoffs here.
And, you know, if some other teams would take Kia lightly, you know, after that win, that's just a reminder now, ammunition for the opposing coaches to say, see?
Right.
You know, you take them easy, then there will be a chance that you can't lose.
This is a great point. And the team, if you're Meralco, you're seeing how frustrated Coach Norman Black was after their previous game. Talagang gaganahan ka para makuha itong panalo.
A short stint for Dylan Ababu. balik itong si Glenn Cobuntin.
That was a quick pull there for Ababu. Galianza had nowhere to go. That's a turnover for the Picanto. Tolomia on the run. Dillinger can't get it to drop. Battle for the loose ball. Napunta kay Newsome. Umangat ng fadeaway. That's 6 points for Newsome.
And once again, when you speed things up, you're Meralco, you have young guys on the floor, you can be aggressive. You keep pushing Kia. Why Kia is undermanned? They have a lot of injuries, so you can outwork them and try to put them away already.
Chris Newsome tried, Rashawn McCarthy rather, tried to go one-on-one. Buti na lang nandyan si Caperal para kunin ang offensive rebound. He will have to earn it from the stripe. You got a timeout on the floor as Meralco still holding serve, still with a 21-point lead against the Kia Picanto. Six points for Chris Newsome in his third period, and right now I'll turn it over to my partner who will show us how effective Newsome has been.
Well, you look at Meralco on this defensive pressure. If you look at it, it is Mike Tolomia with that basketball. If you pause it right here, you can see 4 guys right there running down that floor and only 2 for Kia. You roll it. You can see Tolomia getting into Dillinger. Dillinger with that wide open layup. If you pause it once again, look at the 4 guys from Meralco. These guys are the ones that have the numbers. You look at Kia all standing outside. If you roll it, they get this offensive rebound. Chris Newsome dribbles out, goes and gets that jumper. What am I trying to point out there? First, you have to be aggressive off those fast breaks or off those stops to get into a fast break. Then filling the lanes. You saw 3 guys, 1 in the middle, 2 on the sides, and then on the 4th guy filling in that lane. Yung 4th guy filling in, so you have more opportunities. So that basically became a 4-on-2 fast break.
Yes. The worrying part about that also is that nakakuha pa rin ang offensive rebound ang Meralco. Wala pa rin bumababa para sa Picanto.
And Kia was standing up after that layup of Jared Dillinger. You know, everybody thought he was going to make it.
Yes.
But, you know, you cannot take things for granted. Once he gets that layup, or takes that layup, you ought to be able to go for that defensive rebound. And Kia caught standing up.
So this could be, you know what, itong si Coach Dandan was talking about, that don't give up. And that's something that Kia cannot do because there's still a quarter. What a pass there from Hodge, finding Brian Paundo at the mid-range.
Now they're making the defense of Kia move in and out. Flex meaning pumapasok, lumalabas, bumubuka, sumasara. And it's so difficult. When you move that ball, it's so difficult to play defense.
Cobuntin with a spin, won't go in. Galianza will respond with a 3.
They're going to need a couple of those outside shots.
A lot of those. A lot of those because it's still a 19-point lead para sa Meralco Bolts. Tolomia, Paundo. Huwag mo iwan si Brian Paundo. He can do that until he's 50 years old. Di na siya tatalon.
Niya, di ba? Ganun lang eh.
Di na siya tatalon. He will just keep making those in his sleep.
Pero nung unang pagpasok ng Paundo dito sa liga, wala pa yung ganong tira.
It's something that he developed that gave him longevity dito sa kanyang career.
Kasi kung hindi mo babantayan, di ba? And if you're playing against or with guys that can create, your defender will be able to help out.
And Coach Norman Black likes having those players. So last season, it was Justin Chua. Yung pang mid-range spot-spot lang siya. Ngayon, it's Brian Paundo just to help space that floor for guys like Amer, Tolomia, and Chris Newsome. Offensive foul, though, was whistled on Cliff Hodge as Nico Salva making his way into this ball game. Nico Salva had 2 points in the first half.
Getting a lot more minutes, huh? Past few games. Obviously, Coach Norman very familiar with the game of Nico Salva.
Very comfortable having Nico there. Free throw line, that's 5 straight points para kay Bong Galianza as Hodge to the deck. His lead is still at 19 for Meralco. Feels like it's been at 19 or 21 for almost this entire third quarter.
Nung second quarter pa lang, namagaan ng ganon.
Yes.
They haven't let up. You know, every time Kia will try to make a little run, may pangsagot itong Meralco.
Yan yung problema ng Kia, Dom. Because if you look at their games where they lost, except for one quarter, usually the third where they're just blown out, sumasabay sila for the other 3 quarters.
Yung third quarter, yung talagang they have trouble with.
Timeout is whistled as Kia looking to organize their offense with less than 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Something I wanted to ask you also, Dom, is we hear this all the time from coaches, from players, na kailangan natin laruin yung buong 48 minutes. And now that we're seeing this from Kia, it has to be harder said than to actually do yung maglaro for 48 minutes of basketball.
Especially when you're down and you're as a player, when things are not going your way, it's really a mental challenge for you. Kaya naman napaka-importante that the coach will call a timeout and try to gather everybody and say, okay guys, let's focus on maybe 1 or 2 things instead of trying to look at the scoreboard. So that's what Coach Ricky's doing. He's trying to break it down, keeping it simple so that you just focus. Instead of 48 minutes, you break it down into possessions.
Global Port, Rain or Shine, and the Endless Road Warriors ang susunod na makakatapat ng Meralco Bolts. Kaya napakahalaga na makakuha nila itong panalo against the Picanto. Nice drive there by John Gabriel. Gets the miss and the rebound and the putback. Those kind of plays that could wake up Kia. 2 minutes and 30 remaining in this third quarter.
When you're undermanned, you need to be able to outwork your opponents. And that's what they need. They need offensive rebounds. They need to get back on the floor. Pagdating sa fast breaks, don't turn the ball over. It becomes a lot harder to win basketball games.
Tolomia. Defensive stop once again by Kia. Cobonti nagmamadali. Glenn Cobonti umatake. Walang hindi umubra. A lot of contact. Coach Landan saying just keep going. Tolomia to the deck once again. At sisilipin ng ating referees kung anong klaseng foul ang binigay ni Dan Sara. This could be a deliberate. It could also be a clear foul kasi nanuna na si Hodge. Exactly, it's an advantage foul on Kia.
I could have gotten a clear layup for that foul of Sara. Advantage foul yan. So 2 free throws and ball possession.
And that's a backbreaker just when it looked like Kia was going on a mini run. Bigla mag-free throw si Tolomia, tapos possession uli si Meralco. With less than 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Pero hindi pumasok ang unang free throw ni Mike Tolomia. Something we also failed to mention, Dom, this is the first game of Nico with this against his former team. Last season, he suited up for the Kia Picanto.
Hasn't really found a home yet in the PBA.
He played with Barangay Ginebra. I think he was played for Global Port a few years ago, and because of all of the problems in the front court ng Meralco Bolts, new lease on life dito sa Meralco Bolts. Faundo na naman. Di ako sanay na magpintis si Faundo, pero alam ko na nandyan si Cliff Hodge. Yi umatake. Faundo knew that Yi leaked ahead, pero Marky is just so good at finding
ways.
Yes.
Nakakahanap ng paraan para makatira. Or to get that rebound. Or even to get that rebound. He doesn't jump that high. He's not that tall. But he's just so smart.
2 shots for Marky.
Last game's co-player of the game, Marky. May 7 points na siya para sa Kia. Gets that first free throw. I think he's still bothered by that foul ni Brian Faundo as Red Zelda coming back into this ball game.
Sinusubukan alugin na lang yung sakit. Pagpag.
One for 2 for Marky. Rebounded by Nico Salva. Again, Kia walang Jackson Corpus, walang J.R. Reyes, walang Eric Camson. Kabila naman para sa Meralco, wala rin si Ranidel Docampo yet to play in this conference. Cliff Hodge is able to make his debut already with the Meralco Bolts. Tolomia for 3. That will not fall. Salva grabbing that board. Faundo. Binubulabog ng Kia. Meron tayong jump ball as Gabriel and Zelda hit the deck.
Important for Meralco. You got to keep Kia at bay. If you're Kia naman, slowly, cut it down, maybe down to 12 points before you enter the fourth quarter.
It's going to be Faundo against Reden Zelda jumping off. Dapat tinuturuan na ni Marquis kung paano makanakaw ng jump ball si Redenzel.
Makakuha ng puntos agad, ano?
I like the answer of Gabe Norwood after that. Wala eh. Ano lang niya ako. Nagulangan lang niya ako.
Naisahan.
Wala akong magagawa. That's life.
Sinasabi niya, di ba, hindi tinawagan eh. Ganun talaga.
Yeah. Saka it's a perfect pass to Glenn Cobuntin eh. Salva for 3. Bang, bang! Nico Salva saying, how you like me now, Kia?
Well, with Nico Salva, you need to be able to also make sure that he has players, good players around him to be able to maximize his talent, because he's not really the type of player that can create his own shot.
Nice drive inside by Bonga Lanza. Nice curl also of that screen. Iniwan si Nico Salva for that drive. .46 seconds remaining in the third. Salva has 5 points in this ball game. Tolomia kicks it over to Baseramer. Can't get that to fall. We've got a loose ball foul. Mapipituhan itong si Mike Tolomia.
What I like about Kia in this third quarter, they may not have cut down from the lead of the Meralco Bulls, but it seems like they're fighting a little bit more.
I remember there was one quarter, I think they were outscored 36-5 or 36 by Alaska, I believe.
So, di ba kanina at the half, 19 points ang kalamangan nitong Meralco?
Yes.
Ngayon, pag na-shoot ito ni Gabriel, 19 points pa rin. So that means they kept in step. Di ba? Hindi ka na pag-iwanan. So that's one way of looking at the third quarter.
The one thing, tulad nga na sinabi natin, the one thing that they're really gonna have to improve on is yung mga droughts nila offensively.
And that's why they wanted to bring in a guy like Carlo Lastimosa.
Yes. Well, as Apple reported, Carlo Lastimosa should be set to make his debut after their game against TNT. As Balesteros scoring that deuce. So, you know, if Kia can get these guys together, maybe string up a few wins, make things interesting. Lalo na kasi wala na yung 16 game losing streak na iniisip. Meralco can hold for the final possession of this third quarter. Anjo Karam may tangan kontra kay Sara. 6 seconds. Karam's got 4. Karam atake, kick out to Salva. Nico Salva, nowhere to go. At dito na po magtatapos ang third quarter as Meralco finished with a 19-point lead. They add 2 more. They finished with a 21-point advantage, 79-58. Alamin natin ang magwawagi as we head into the fourth quarter. Magsisimula na po ang fourth quarter with the Bulls holding a 21-point advantage. And pinag-usapan natin kanina, Dom, that this is about the battle of the boards. About, you know, two teams na depleted ang front court pero mukhang nagwawagi ngayon ng Meralco with despite these numbers.
Dali hindi ako makareact eh. Ang ganda ng graphics eh.
Wala kasi pumapasok na
diba?
tira eh.
Hindi kasi rebound ngayon. Rebound eh, di ba?
Rebound
so,
eh.
Obviously, these two teams having a problem with rebound.
Yes.
And that's been an issue, and that's why they're the 11th and 12th team so far in the, you know, this part of the league. First half basically for elimination round. Tignan natin itong so far ang rebounds ng Meralco, 43 rebounds so far. Kia with 34. So Kia looks like they're on their way to about their average. Meralco malapit ng lampasan yan because they have 1 more quarter left.
Fourth quarter na po tayo. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. Tingnan natin kung lalaban pa ang Kia Picanto dito sa ating fourth quarter. They begin with a 21-point disadvantage. They've only put up 58 points after 3 quarters. You've got to think that you know, these first 4 minutes are going to be so crucial to see kung hihiris pa ba itong Picanto. As
Well, look
Yee
at
missing that.
Mark Yee, how did he get that rebound?
I have no idea. There's a Hodge and a Ballesteros. He found a way to get that.
Basta he also found a way to be able to take that shot.
Amer. Anjo Karam left. Make that right corner. 2 points para kay Anjo Karam. That is his first 2 of this ballgame. So it's a 23-point lead. Biggest advantage right now being enjoyed by the Bolts. Where are we going? Mukhang may foul, and habang may foul, bato natin kay Miss Apple, David.
Yes, imbes na ganado after getting a win last game, mukhang pagod, mabagal, and not in sync ang galaw nitong Picanto. Now they are left with a question. Kontento na ba kayo sa isang panalo? And a reminder, alalahanin nyo, hindi na lang ito about X and O's.
Well said, Apple. And that's what we've been talking about, you know, this entire ball game. Don't give up. Walang bibite, walang susuko. Yan yung mga binabato ni Coach Ricky Dandan. So, you know, given na kulang na nga sila ng manlalaro dahil maraming injured, but you can't go down by 21 points. That's a bigger problem.
Well, first, let's look at reality. First, you're not as strong, di ba, yung lineup mo as compared to the others. So you need to put in double the work. You need to be smarter. So that's what Coach Ricky is trying to point out to his players. Guys, hindi lang na to X and O's. Kasi kung nabibeat ka off the effort, then kahit na anong ganda ng X and O's, mahirap panalo. So he's asking for that effort from these guys. And like I said, after that first win, it'll only get more difficult.
Sabi nga ni Coach Dandan when he got this job, that's a beautiful drive there by Anjo Karam. He is in the business of building a team. Building a team, and obviously hindi mangyayari yan sa isang laro, dalawang laro. It's a process. Ito yung mga pagkakataon na ayaw niyo makita. Yung nagpapadihado ng 27 points na. Got a sub on the floor as Royder Cabrera and KG Canaleta enter this ball game. Silipin muna natin itong steal by Cliff Hodge, brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida.
6-0 run so far by Meralco here in the fourth quarter.
Kia's had problems getting out of the gates at the start of quarters in this game. Although that's a turnover by the Picanto. Cabrera. 15 seconds remaining. Cabrera. I think Royder was trying to pass that. Everyone was surprised. And a turnover on Picanto. Canaleta left corner three is good.
Another fast break opportunity for Meralco. And that started from the good defense ng Meralco. Yung kanina nagulat nga sila na pinasa ng Royder Cabrera. Bakit? Nandun yung depensa ng Meralco.
And you love KG, no? He already knows where to go, how to fit in the lanes. Even though it's when he played a few games.
Iniinsayo yan. Na pagdating sa fast break, kunyari kung ikaw si KG, you'll always go to this spot. If you're in this position, you always go to that spot. So even for the point guard, it's a lot easier for him. And hindi nagkakagulot, hindi nagkakaroon ng dalawang tao sa isang spot.
Mas mahirap magdepensa ng ang Meralco kasi may Canaleta na kailangan mong
you have to rotate and go all the way out on him because he will shoot.
Salva will take a seat. In comes JD. Pasok na ni Geronel Tubit and Rashawn McCarthy. You've got to believe that this is the last push of Kia to at least make this a little bit more respectable. Tingnan nila natin ano mangyari. Anjo Karam. Canaleta kontra Cabrera. KG with a fadeaway. That will not fall.
They're trying to give him enough space to be able to create for himself.
McCarthy. Most of the damage of Rashawn has come in this first half. Gabriel. 5 straight points for John Gabriel.
You got to keep the defense honest if you're Gabriel. Ngayon, tumutulong ito si Jason Ballesteros. So, you know, once the small guy drives Dan Sara, pass it out to him, he needs to be aggressive and get that 1-2 dribble and go to that basket.
The Coach Ricky Dandan has not had a problem trying out almost every player in his rotation. Is it maybe about trying to see kung sino yung mga mag-step up, lalo na dahil ang dami mga injuries?
Definitely.
Oh, what a move from Anjo Karam! Speeding inside and the kiss of the glass. That was nice.
Karam was one guy who's always aggressive when he comes into the ball game.
On both sides.
No, on both sides.
No? Nakakainis kung madepensahan ka ni Anjo Karam. McCarthy. Oh, sent back by Ballesteros. Dan Sara for three will not fall. But Rashawn getting that board.
Ballesteros being the rim protector for Meralco, a guy that they've been looking for.
Yes. Tubid. One-legged shot. Walang nangyari at may loose ball foul. Mapipituhan si the Saints. Third foul on Ronald Tubid. This drive by Anjo Karam is a smart move of the half, brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. A 27-point lead for the Bolts in the fourth. 27 ang kalamangan ng Meralco Bolts, and they've been getting a lot of shots in transition. Turn it over to Dom.
Oh, Chuck, this is a good defense by Meralco. Once again, we mentioned it. When look at the four guys from Meralco there, and we look at this fast break once again, trying to build. You see, if you pause it right here, you see 3 guys from Kia now looking, but 4 guys para dito sa Meralco ang nandyan, trying to fill that lane. If you go again, if you roll this play, you see Anjo Karam passing it to Baser, and Baser giving that wide open shot dito kay Nino Canaleta. Once again, we talked about earlier yung fast break opportunities. That time, I wanted to point out yung spacing. Ang ganda ng spacing na pinakita ng Meralco. They got the ball in the middle. They made defense commit to the middle and then kicked it out wide open to Canaleta.
Easiest shot that Canaleta's had this entire evening, although it's a miss from Kia. You know, one thing also, Dom, is that also attention to detail? Kasi may Canaleta na pumupunta sa kanto, pero lahat nakatingin pa rin sa mga gwardiya ng Meralco.
Because nandun yung bola so you want to be able to stop that ball first. Once again, nung last game, nung rainer siya ng kalaban nitong Kia, nauuna sila nakakababa.
Right.
Meaning, nakatingin na sila. They're already facing the man and they've already defended the paint. But in that instance, kasabay lang nila So mas mahirap dumipensa pag nasa tabi mo as compared if the guy is in front of you.
That shot in the paint by John Gabriel is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. John Gabriel with a nice game. So far, he gets his own rebound. He's got 13 points para sa kanyang koponan, filling in for J.R. Reyes and Eric Camson. Gotta remember, if you're Kia, the first pick that they had in the draft was in the 3rd round, if I'm not mistaken. So they're basically have a brand new team right now. A lot of pieces that they have to work on. As Anjo Karam pumukol ng mid-range jumper, that's good.
10 points for Anjo Karam. 8 coming in the 4th quarter.
Speaking of points, Sean McCarthy, all of his points in the first half. Nothing yet here in this second half. Siya yung nawala dito sa Picanto. McCarthy. Cabrera for 3. Puro mintis ang tinira ni Royder Cabrera. McCarthy again trying to shadow Karam. Canaleta. Anjo Karam cannot get that shot to drop. Tubid with the board. 5 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. And Meralco's defense has been able to limit Kia to only 65 points in this fourth with 5 minutes remaining in this ballgame. Di umubra ang turnaround fadeaway ni John Gabriel. Meralco will sue for time. They will hold a 27-point lead against the Picanto.
Match, literally, figuratively. The Endless Road Warriors slide 3 straight slides after a 2-0 start.
Rain or shine, they had their chances.
And in the end, with no rhythm, it's hard to make those shots.
Barangay Nebra drops to 2-2.
But also credit to Coach Tim Con because given his limited resources, ang ganda rin ang pinakita nila Nagkulang lang sa bandang huli.
Yes, it is. And they continue to not be able to beat the Magnolia franchise here in the PBA, dating back to last year.
Crucial game day on Friday as the NLEX Road Warriors on a 3-game losing streak take on the Rain or Shine Last Painters sa ating main game. It's Matthew Wright and the Phoenix Fuel Masters kontra sa Barangay Ginebra. with this win, Dom, it looks like Meralco will finally snap the 3-game losing streak. Now it's NLEX's turn. How important will it be for them to get a win to stay above 500?
Oh, definitely, because you're already halfway through the elimination round and you're looking at 6 wins. That's the number na goal mo to be able to make it into the next round. And if you're NLEX, you're at 2 and 3, you know, you're looking at getting 3 or 4 wins at least in the next 6 games.
Yes, that's tough. And you know, teams like Blackwater have shown that there's really no free win already. Even Kia as Canaleta lining up that triple. 2-bit with another board. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Rashawn has just not had it in this second half. It's another turnover on McCarthy.
Mukhang natamaan din kanina yung Rashawn McCarthy nung second quarter.
True.
Seemed like after that, back down a little bit. Parang natapilok siya, di ba?
Well, that's also life as the go-to guy, no? Talagang buong depensa nakatutok sa
Hahanapan at
kanya.
hahanapan. Saka hahanapan ka parati.
KG taking on Reuter. 6 seconds. Canaleta.
It's just too easy for Canaleta. 17 points in the ball game. Maganda dito kay Nino Canaleta. 7 points in the first quarter. Tuloy-tuloy yung consistent ang kanyang puntos.
Steady lang eh, no? Steady whether starting or coming off the bench. Two-bit will try to score on Chris Newsom. McCarthy atake na naman. McCarthy's rejected. Still cannot get the second serving. You can feel him just trying to, you know, will the shot in, pero handa yung depensa ng Meralco.
One of the things that Coach Ricky mentioned before is he doesn't want to see the head nakababa para dito sa Kia, whether they're up or they're down. Ayaw niya nakikita na ganun.
Beautiful ball movement by the Bolts. And all of a sudden, a 32, make that a 27-point advantage. No, I'm correct, 32. 32-point advantage for Meralco as Kia sues for time once again. The Kia Picanto are taking on this Meralco Bolts squad that is still without Ranidel de Ocampo, and look who's in attendance. It's the captain himself, Jimmy Alapag, soaking in the action with his former team. Nice to see Jimmy back as we take a look at some of the numbers. Dom, yung naging susi ng Kia Picanto sa kanilang pagkapanalo was limiting the turnovers tulad nga ng sinabi mo. But that has not been the case here against the Meralco Bolts.
In losses, they averaged 27 turnovers versus Rain Shine only 15 turnovers. But in today's ball game, lumampas na yan ng 15 kanina pa.
3 minutes remaining in this ball game.
I'd like to correct myself. They're at 15 turnovers now, but itong Meralco has been aggressive in pushing that basketball, getting fast break points.
Sean McCarthy getting that 3 to drop. Cabolanete also his first action in this ball game. Mac Baracael, sumagot kaagad ng 3. And this is how Meralco can really hang in there, no, against some of the better teams kahit na walang front court. You know, if they can get those 3-point shots to fall, space the
They
floor.
are the best 3-point shooting team in the league in terms of percentage. But they need to be aggressive. Their guards need to be able to attack and put their shooters in the proper position and give up that basketball at the right time.
Chance of Ken Bono as the former Adamson Falcon making his way into the game.
And
Kasama niya
UAP
si Joseph.
MVP.
Excuse me, UAP MVP. Pati na rin si Joseph Sedorifa. Bono. Lanete. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Sedorifa. What about the game that Bono had against Junmar Fajardo?
And these are the types of games that alam naman niya itong si Ken Bono that there will be games na hindi siya masyadong gagamitin because of matchup concerns para dito kay Coach Norman Black.
We enter the final 2 minutes of this ball game. A well-rounded 30-point advantage para sa Meralco Bolts, 100-70. As the Picanto will fall to their 4th loss of this conference. Kick out pass from Bono, gets it over to Anchok Karap for 2. So Meralco just keeps piling it on.
And you like how when Coach Norman is rotating his players, that the guys are coming up with the intensity. Yung hinahanap niya eh. Kailangan na parating nandyan, hindi na pabayaan dahil alam nilang malaki yung kalamangan. Right. You know, 1 minute and 40 left. You also got to look at, you know, there may be an opportunity, a slight possibility of yung co-ship.
Yes. If you're Coach Ricky Dandan right now, how do you, or kumaga, what is the most important thing that Kia will have to work on so they don't fall another slide again like the one that they just came through? Talk about that after we look at the schedule, because this is related to what I said, because TNT, on Jan 31, then Barangay Ginebra and Blackwater, these are not, you know, easy assignments by any stretch.
Oh, well, for Kia, you know, it's always an uphill battle for them. And Coach Ricky, like you said, he's in the business of building a team.
Yes.
So he's got to build a character. You know, when you're down by big or when you're winning or when you're competing, you got to be able to have that character, a winner's attitude, meaning you compete for 48 minutes.
Let's see if Kia will keep competing, because they are staring at a 32-point disadvantage as Bono running all over Marquis. And that foul is going to be whistled on.
Sinubukan ni Marquis na i-box out si Ken Bono.
Sinubukan, ngunit kinapos. Okay, so just an update for you guys. If you like to monitor blowout wins, 34
Trivia.
points is the largest margin of victory by a Meralco franchise. And this happened against their sister team, TNT, in the 2015 Governor's Cup. 34. So that's exactly the lead right now of the Bolts.
Nakakatuwa yung mga trivia na ganyan.
No? Where they get that from is amazing to me. Yi, ayaw niya magpa 34 points na pagkatalo, umatake na naman with 53 seconds remaining. This win also is important for Meralco. It buys them time to get itong si Cliff Hodge maybe back on track. Get him back into conditioning, and maybe they can start a streak after this.
Man, he said, di ba, kinakailangan na siyang maglaro dahil baka mabaon sila ng grabe.
Yes.
Hindi na sila umabot ng quarterfinals, edi sayang din yung nangyari, masasayang yung komperensya. So, they're gonna move up to 2 and 3 with 6 more games, so they gotta win 4 of the last 6.
At least sulit naman yung pagkabalik ni Cliff Hodge. Hindi naman siya nagkulang. I think also his energy helped out Meralco in this game.
And you know that you can pull somebody out from that bench. Yun ang maganda doon. And you know, he's gotten his feet wet a little bit more. He knows that he's got to work on his conditioning. Nakita mo, after a few minutes, napagod siya agad.
Down to the final 36 seconds of this game. As Meralco on the verge of picking up their second win of this conference, while Kia, nanaginip sila na makakuha ng 2 sunod-sunod na panalo. Ngunit hindi ito mangyayari, as they will pick up their 4th straight loss. I'd rather make that their 4th loss of this conference. Ayaw ng turnover ng ni Coach Norman Black.
I was said the Rifa calling for that timeout. Caught in a position there that he didn't want to turn the ball over.
Tawag dyan, attention to detail. At knowing Coach Norman Black, OC din yan sa mga turnovers. So, you know, you don't never want to cough up a turnover.
Tsaka ayaw magkaroon ni Sedurifa ng turnover sa pangalan niya. Pagdating dun sa statistics.
Kunti na nga lang yung minuto niya, tapos turnover
May turnover
pa,
ka ba, di ba?
Joseph Sedurifa.
That guy can score as well.
Yes, was in the D-League last season, was able to make his way into the team, I believe, in the Governor's Cup. And Kia is trapping. Kia is fouling. And Joseph Sedurifa will shoot 2 free throws to get himself on the good side of the box score.
Well, you look at that one. Kia not giving up. You like that they're still trying to work on something. To force a turnover or try to get somebody and foul him. So yun yung mga game situations na pwede lang gamitin later on.
Maybe also to practice yung trapping, no? Last second situations. Joseph Sedorifa taking care of that free throw. Splits and maghanap pa rin ng puntos ang Picanto. Dan Sara cannot get it to fall.
Hamon getting that tip in for his 2 points.
So both John Hamon, Joseph Sidorifa will at least enter the box score, but it is a resounding win para sa koponan ni Coach Norman Black ang kanyang Meralco Bolts with a dominating 29-point win against the Kia Picanto. We saw signs, Dom, of a competitive game in the first period, but Meralco just blew it open in the second period.
Well, I felt that Meralco came in prepared in terms of the bench. The bench was really able to help out. Makikita natin yan mamaya dun sa scoring total as a team. There's a lot more balanced scoring. Guys came into play. They didn't want to get a 4th straight loss. You know, they started right from the start. They were able to get points and be aggressive, led by this guy on your screens, Nino Canaleta, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 out of 6 from the 3-point area. And you like the versatility that he brings to the Meralco Bolts.
The sniper of the Meralco Bolts getting the job done. 3 out of 6 is the specialty para sa koponan ni Nino Canaleta. And most importantly, they snap a 3-game losing streak. And now Meralco will try to go on a streak of their own. Susunod nating laro, Global Port, Batang Pierre kontra sa San Miguel Beermen. And don't forget, you can watch the press conference and best player of the game. That is on a YouTube on our social media accounts. Sa ngalan ni Dominic Uy and Miss Apple David, ako po si Chuck Araneta. Salamat for watching the PBA live on ESPN 5.